101.9 Kiss FM. It is your man DJ Danny Ocean in the building. And guys, I got a very, very special guest on the line today. You know, AEW Collision, All Elite Wrestling, is coming to Greensboro Saturday, August 12th. And like I said, I got a very special guest on the line right now. One half of the Acclaimed, one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling today. I got my man Anthony Bowens on the line. All right, awesome. Anthony.
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
Everything's good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
That's what's up. Listen, I know you are busy. I know you're getting ready for Collision this Saturday night. I'm not going to keep you too long. Just got a couple questions for the listeners out here in Eastern North Carolina. That's okay with you?
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
All right. And I'm in here. I got my fellow wrestling nerd, Von Kasey, in here with me. He's on weekends out here on Kiss as well. But
what's up, man?
What's up, Von?
What's up, man?
All right. So, first question I got for you is a pretty simple one. I'm curious myself. What made you want to get into pro wrestling?
Well, the first thing that I saw that got me into pro wrestling was Sting.
Okay.
And I was watching commercials for his Starrcade '97, and I saw him. He was in this warehouse, and it was raining, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy in his baseball bat?" And I watched the match, and I was just hooked ever since.
Okay. That was a lead into my next question. Was there any particular wrestler or match that you saw that made you say that this is what you wanted to do? So Sting is the reason that Anthony Bowens in a wrestling ring. We can say that?
Yes. So Sting was the initial guy that drove me into pro wrestling, and then I played baseball from Little League through college, and then after I played college, or stopped playing college ball, I had this gap in my day where I was so used to being on the field for 5-6 hours, and I was kind of losing my mind. I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was trying to figure out what I can do creatively or athletically to fill that void. And I had thought about pro wrestling, and on my 21st birthday, I went to a pay-per-view, and I was watching one of the matches, and I saw how in awe people were of what was happening. Mm-hmm. And I stopped watching the match, and I started watching the people. And seeing how they were reacting and seeing the emotions that they were feeling, it made me think to myself that this was something that I wanted to, at some point, at least try and give it a shot.
Right.
And it was in that moment I was like, all right, I'm going for it.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, man.
It's an awesome origin story.
So I could imagine, just seeing swing around a baseball bat, combining your two loves. That's what it was right there. I can go hit people with baseball bats. I imagine it was that. Well,
I never put two and two together like that.
Just the first thing I thought of when you said it, man. Look, I'm not going to trash your Giants because I know you a Giants fan and y'all up right now, so I ain't got much to say to you. But I am going to ask you a question that I know we usually ask a lot of wrestlers this, but if you had your pick of any dream match, anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
That is a very, very hard question because there could be so many different scenarios. I would have said Sting, but we main evented against him last year, which was super cool. I guess from a tag team perspective, I'd like to go back and start hitting some of these teams that I grew up watching, and now we have the opportunity to, like the Hardy Boys. Jeff was a big inspiration for me as a very shy, introverted kid, and seeing Matt and Jeff be so fearless with what they did back in the day and all those ladder matches. I really resonated with them. So now they're my coworkers, and they're also kind of standing in our way to getting back to the AEW tag team title. So that would be something that would be cool to do.
Yeah, no, that's I would love to see that one. Like actual crazy man Jeff Hardy from back in the day versus y'all. That would be something. That would be something worth seeing. I would love to see that one, man. And another question, big question I had. I'm not gonna say it because we got HR here in the office, so I can't say I go around doing the scissor thing on on the coworkers here, right? But I just want to ask you, since y'all started doing the scissor thing on TV, has there been any weird fan interactions where people be like, "Yo, Ant, scissor me, brother"? Is it anything like that happened recently?
I'm being dead serious. I scissor people everywhere in the most strange ways. Bro, yeah, I'm being dead serious. I've scissored people on the street, in airports, the men's bathroom,
Oh no,
bro.
For anybody who doesn't know, this is a sign of friendship. That's all it is. Do not
Yeah,
Google it.
scissoring is a sign of friendship. Yes, you extend your pointer and your middle finger in the form of a V, in the form of a scissor, and interlock it with somebody else's fingers. And I literally do it everywhere. And I don't know if I can tell the story on the radio, but screw it. The one which I guess was the most odd or memorable was I just had gone to the restroom and I was about to wash my hands, and somebody came up from behind and was just like, "Bro, I'm just a big fan. I want to scissor you real quick." And without, instinctually, I turned around and scissored, and then I realized I never washed my hands. So I call that the dirty scissor.
I was about to say.
Dirty scissor.
Nothing worse than a dirty scissor.
Finisher. That's a finisher.
That would be a great Mankind finisher for real. The dirty scissor.
Oh man. All right. Next question. Last year, New York Post male breakout wrestler of the year with your partner Max Caster, of course, the Acclaim. How did that feel, man?
It feels good to get any kind of accolade because Max and I, since the beginning of signing with AEW, we've been trying to show everybody that we're elite. And we've proven that with the help of Billy Gunn over the last year and a half. We've ascended through the tag team division and established ourselves as one of the best tag teams in the world. We have the most tag wins as a team in the company, which is crazy.
That's awesome, man. Speaking of Billy Gunn, I did want to ask about that too. How does it feel working with a legend like Billy Gunn? Like, I'm sure you learned a lot from him. I'm sure you and Max both learned a lot from him. How was it?
It's incredible. The guy's an endless bucket of knowledge. He'll suggest something, and I'm like, I never thought of it that way. And then we'll go out and we'll do it, and he is absolutely right 100% of the time. So we've learned a lot of good lessons with him. We had a lot of good times with Billy, and I wish him well in his retirement.
That's what's up. This is, I don't know if Vaughn has any more questions, but I got one more question. I ask every time I do an interview with a pro wrestler, I have to ask this question. I do top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time, but since tag team is your expertise, who your top 5 favorite tag teams of all time, dead or alive?
I'd be sitting here for a while because then I'd have to analyze everything about all these teams, and I'd have to put them in the correct order, and I don't want to mess that up. So yeah,
no specific order.
Yeah,
no specific order.
Well, number 1's the Acclaimed. Number 2,
okay, definitely, I respect it.
I guess the Hardys again because they were a big inspiration to me. I loved Edge and Christian. I would leave it. I'll round it up there as my top 3 there.
The Acclaimed and Hardys, and you said
Edge and Christian.
Okay.
Edge and Christian. Yeah.
Nice. You got anything else, Vaughn?
I could see that. Well, I looking back at like the people who you're saying that you're admiring and everything, a lot of those people have come into the company and work as of late. Is there any one person outside of like the dream match who you just were like, just come back one time and let me get like hands on you? You just one person who you're like, you want to call out right now, come out of retirement and come wrestle the Acclaim?
Well, considering I just did Edge and Christian, I think Ed. I would love to see Edge come over.
That would be
and
awesome.
reunite with Christian, and then let's feud forever.
A good Acclaimed
Christian,
and Edge and
much
Christian.
as a horrible
5-second
person
pose.
as he's
Oh my God.
a 5-second scissor.
Let's go.
That's the name of the interview. It's the 5-second scissor, right?
That's awesome.
But yeah, it would be those guys.
All right. Well, listen, man, like I said, I know you're busy. I know you're getting ready for Collision going down in Greensboro this Saturday. It's going to be live on, TNT, right?
Mm-hmm. Believe so.
TNT, 8 p.m.
Anything you want to say to your fans in North Carolina to get them ready for Collision Saturday?
Yeah, make sure you tune in AEW Collision Saturday night, 8 p.m. TNT. If you want to come down to the show, tickets are still available, AEWTix.com or Ticketmaster.com. If you're tuning in from home, make sure you have your scissors thrown up and ready because everybody loves the Acclaimed, and we are here to entertain you. So enjoy the show.
I was just about to compliment your media training before you mentioned scissoring, but, always a pro.
Well,
Trained myself.
I appreciate your time, man. This was awesome, and I hope you guys have a great show this Saturday night in Greensboro, man. I hope Greensboro treats you well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.